that's Brother Jeremy Jacobs. In fact, Brother Jacobs' son, Jonah, is with us here tonight. And he was here at the meeting and was able to stay here in the Omaha area for the weekend. So we were happy to welcome those two new churches. And like I said, I do think that there was even some churches that weren't there this year that normally would be, that I think will keep that number where it is or even go higher. Our speakers were Pastors Bill Marshall from St. Joseph, Missouri, Riverside Baptist Church, and Preston Hoyseth from Crookston, Minnesota, Bible Baptist Church of Crookston, Minnesota. Also had the Glory Bound Quartet from Heartland. And won't try to recap the preaching for you other than to say you ought to listen to it. It was very good. The messages from Brother Hoyseth were from the book of Numbers. Brother Marshall moved around a little bit, but both the preaching just really, as you know, the Lord is able to do, able to sync these things together. First message even was kind of just ironic the way the first night, the way it happened, the way that it did. It was just very neat. And so the messages will be available. We'll hope to have them on SoundCloud, the church's SoundCloud, where we keep our messages, our sermons here. At the church, we'll have the Frontline Conference messages there, even maybe tonight, certainly over the next couple days, if not tonight. We'll have those available to you. And I'd encourage you, man, go back if you were there, listen to them again at some point, perhaps just kind of schedule one a week or something like that. Keep these things before us. And the men that weren't able to be with us, I would encourage you to go back and just make the commitment. I'm going to listen to all of them. You do one of those a day, maybe on a commute or something like that. It won't take you long to get through all of them, and they will be worth the effort. And of course, it is a busy time. The Midlands men, again, those, I don't see everybody that was part of the meeting, but many that are here currently, I can still see the fatigue in your eyes. And it is a busy time, and so, men, I want to thank you for, and those, I think we'll have some watching that aren't able to be here tonight. I want to thank the men who had a part in putting on this meeting. It begins for us as the host church, it began weeks ago, the preparation stages, but for our men, really noon on Thursday, really through the early afternoon on Saturday, and that section of time is primarily doing something throughout it, and a couple hours of sleep here and there. But for the most part, it's just work and minister and serve. And it's some extra duty this year. Had to take care of Friday night dinner. That's traditionally been something we've had catered. And so we just kind of show up, maybe provide a side or two. But this year we had to do all the meat for that, just the way that things worked with the guy that normally handles the meat. And so there was work all afternoon on Friday to handle. And the guys did a great job there. So I wanted to again just say thank you to all those who had a part in putting this thing on. As pastor, I do very little and get a lot of credit, and I want to make sure that you are. I know you don't do it for the praise of men and for the recognition of man, but I want to make sure your efforts and your labors are appreciated. And so, thank you for investing your time, your energy, your resources in helping other men and helping other churches. It's an important thing. So it's just I'm grateful that we see it as a ministry. And you get behind it, and it's really good that we do so that way. Also, ladies, thank you. You don't see it as a small thing, providing cookies and brownies. Those are a big deal. It's in between the evening services that we make the cookies available, and it is a pick-me-up. I mean, again, long days, late nights. That typically we finish the first service around 8:30, 8:45, and we've still got a whole other service after that. So the cookies kind of help us come alive again, and we are able to have the energy we need to get through the entire evening. So thank you, ladies, for your help there. Also want to thank Miss Kelly and Miss Miranda for doing a lot of the cooking behind the scenes and providing some of the food, driving it out to us. Again, just a big deal, all of that. I'm going to share just a few of these blessing cards. We have the men fill these out on Saturday morning, and I will have these, I'm going to post these out on the bulletin board there. So, guys, if you want to go by, or anybody in the church want to go by and read these, you're welcome to do that. I just pulled some highlights from them, and like I said, we'll make those available to you. They'll be up there on Wednesday night. But these are just the feedback from the men. These are ways in which the Lord used the conference in their heart, and I wanted to kind of share this with you to remind you that this isn't just a secular meeting that we're putting on. This is spiritual, eternal matters that we're dealing with in this meeting, and it does make a difference. One man said, the Lord spoke to me through the messages. He used the conference to continue some personal revival that had been going on the last couple of weeks and brought me out of a season of toughness and dryness. Another man said this was the 27th year that he's attended the meeting, even came before Midlands took it over, was able to bring his 14-year-old son with him for the very first time. And he says, this would not happen without you. Thank you for carrying on the vision, for the sacrifice and the time for us just to come out and enjoy. And so he says, thank you for that. Another man said